Wednesday, we're going to work on transitions kind of creatively. So do what feels best for you. If I'll be rolling over the knees or working through some flexion and that's not for you, you don't have to take it. We're going to start down on our backs, kind of warming up, building some heat in the body, and then also moving through some stretching. So all the way down into our back, laying down. Let's just take a big morning stretch. Kind of find what feels good today. Maybe a little rocking of the hips right to left. Twisting through your waist. Oh, stretching your legs. We're going to move now into a little bit of an upper thoracic twist. So we're going to bring the hands behind our head, just like we kind of started with in that forward flexion, and walk the feet max distance apart. We're going to start to rock the legs right to left. This is sort of a nice hip stretch again, opening up through the eyes of your hip crease. So all this gentle twisting and rotating in the spine, we're going to build up and use in order to transition between exercises. As you come back up through center, drop the weight of the legs over towards the right. Start to push into the inside of your left foot and start to roll over towards the floor, reaching your left elbow down, and try to tap the floor with your left elbow as you're pushing into your left foot. As you open it back up, rolling the upper body back down, opening through the chest, push the legs up and over now towards the right, into your right foot. The legs are falling to the left. You're pushing into your right foot so much you continue to spiral through that upper body, and you're going to try to tap the right elbow down into the floor as you push through your right foot. Whew. And back up again, back and forth, rocking. And think of that upper body as like, oh, I don't quite want to let go, and so it's resisting, resisting, resisting as you twist. Do you feel those obliques turn on again? Deepening that rotation through your spine, and then coming back up. Yet again, lift, up, 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 and over as you reach to the back of your right shoulder. Tap the floor, and then curl it all the way back up through center. Let's keep the legs a little bit wider than sit bone distance. Mind our back onto the mat as we move back into that forward flexion. So this time, we're going to kind of work through a circle. What I'd like you to do is start to curl towards the right, lifting up off of that left shoulder, and think that you're rotating towards the right, back through center, and then the left. Twisting back and forth. Opening. So I'm going to try to keep one elbow down as I twist up and over. Up and over. Last time here to the left. Push through your feet. Lift the abdominals. We're going to add on. Lift up and over towards the right. Reach through your left arm like somebody's going to grab that hand. Feel the sense of pull. Bring it back behind your head and lay it back down. Lift up and over, twist, reach through that right arm like somebody's pulling it away from you, back behind the head and slide it back down. Lift, twist, reach like somebody's pulling the hand and back down. And last time, lift, twist, reach like someone's pulling the hand and all the way back down. We're going to go straight through center, lifting at 8 and 7 and 6. See if you've kind of tapped into a new awareness of the back of your ribs. Maybe it's easier to come up. Maybe you've got that rib cage translating back. 2, almost there, last one. Can we stay lifted here? Go ahead, slowly start to reach those arms through your thighs and then outside your thighs. Through your thighs and outside your thighs. And 4, stay lifted. Curl up a little higher. 3, almost there. 2, almost there. Last one, reach. Stretch it out. Soften everything back and down. Woo, take a little stretch. From here, walk the feet so that they're back sit bone distance as we move into our bridge work. Standing into your feet, spread through all 10 toes. Wrap the shoulders towards your back pockets. We tilt the wheel of our pelvis and start to curl our hips all the way up. At the tippy top, real quick, let's enjoy a nice pec stretch. So walk your hands underneath you, walk your shoulders underneath you, and lift the line of your chest just a little bit. Try to push your hands towards your heels. I'm getting a nice neck stretch. And I'm trying to reach the top of my head towards the wall behind me as my hands go towards my heels below me. Gently, we're going to start to let go of those hands. They're going to press down into the mat as we slowly roll ourselves all the way down. Lift and push the fingertips towards the heels and slide it back down. Then curl and lift up. We're not going to find the extension again. We're going to go back and forth like this, pushing the hands down into the mat. Whether your hips are up or down, right? They're still connecting down into the mat. Starting to add on just a little bit. Lifting up through the hips as you lay it back down. Let's go ahead and float those legs to tabletop. There's that rising dough again, right? And then feet come down, soften, and lift the hips up. Lower, legs, tabletop. So we're building on with our abs. We're going to start to make this a little bit bigger. If it's okay for you, legs to tabletop. Keep pushing through your fingertips as you come up, and then start to lower. Keep pushing through those fingertips, lifting it up. So I want you to have tactile information to the mat underneath you. And you're using that to help control the movement, not skipping over any part. Woo! We've got one more to do. With control, curling it up. I think I'm inching myself along the mat. Picking that up, up, up. Can we stay here? Can you start to lower one leg and lift? Now, if you are in bent knees, that's totally fine. You're coming back to your toe taps, right? Toe taps. This is just a longer lever look. Let's do once more. Stay here for me. Can you crisscross your ankles? I'm going to start to reach my arms up and balance. Woo! And then gently start to tap it back down. Crisscross the other way. Reach up and balance and tap it back down. Your legs could be in tabletop. That's fine. So it looks a little bit more like this. Woo! I feel those abs. I feel those obliques again. Remember all that twisting we did earlier? Reach it. Don't worry here, guys. Now we're going to crisscross. Now we're going to reach through the fingertips, pull the heels to your bottom, and flip, and walk yourself out into that tabletop position. So from this tabletop position, let's start with a little rocking, right to left. Whew. Kind of loosen those hips again. Maybe circle through the body, up and around, up and around, letting it go. Whew, let it feel really good. So from here, let's go ahead and stand into the hands. Lift the line of your chest. We're going to move into a plank progression. So how do we step back into our plank? I realize I got to give myself a little bit more space. So the hands are going to come underneath us. And right away, what I want you to focus on is the sense of standing into the arms. Just like we found the hands onto the mat earlier, there's that sense of push. Flex your right foot back. And think that the heel is sinking away from you and that you're lifting through those left obliques. So I now want to connect the front of the body with the back of the body. And then drop it back underneath you. Let's switch to the other side. Flexing it back. See what that feels like. For just a moment, you're standing into the leg and then tap it back down. Last one, right? Reaching it back and tap it back down. Last one left. Reaching it back. And tap it back down. Let's go ahead and press it out. Standing into that right leg. Let's lift the layers of abdominals, supporting the low back by engaging the front. You're going to press the left leg back to meet it. And let's everybody just hold for a beat. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lift the layers. Drop the heels. And again, inhale. Exhale, lift the layers. Drop the heels. And last one, inhale. Exhale, lift the layers. Drop the heels. You're only going to drop your left knee down. You're going to swing the left heel out. Everybody's going to turn to face, opening towards the right. Reaching through that right arm, standing into your left obliques. That left foot is kind of tucked behind me. I know it's harder to see right now. And now just that right leg is going to lift and tap, and lift and tap, and lift and tap. Now lift up out of that left shoulder. Good. Pull up with those left obliques. Let's do 4 more. Lift and tap. 3 Last 2. And 1. Now from here, we're going to stay lifted. We're going to float it up. Everybody's going to turn down towards the mat again and pick their foot up underneath us, underneath them, I should say. So the right foot comes up underneath, and we stand it up. Come back down. Everybody's going to slide that leg back. Swivel and open back up towards the right. Pull, lift the abdominals. Remember, you're thinking pull the knee to your armpit and pick it back up. Back and forth. Lift the waist. Stretch it long. Go ahead, turn it down and lift the waist. Pull it up underneath you and stack it up. Let's do that once more. Hands come down. Lift the waist. Pull it long. Reach it out. All the way out for me. Strong, straight limbs. Back down. Both hands come underneath you. Pull that knee up underneath you. Now from here, we're going to work back to our left leg. Let's flex the left leg long so that you're in a low lunge position. Hands can be onto the mat, fists, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to pull the right femur bone back into our hip as we sink the left heel and then bend it back down. Little extension here. Flexion and extension. And again, flexion and extension. So we're moving back into that dynamic stretching, right? It's active. You're working. Can we stay low into that low lunge? Left hand comes down. We're going to go back to that twist, opening up through the right arm and then close it off. Let's do 3 more. Opening up through the right arm and close it off. Think of your twist like earlier. Opening it up. Lift, lift, lift. And close it off. Both hands are going to come down. Guess what? You guessed it. Plank. Lift the layers. Abdominal work. Press the heels back. We've got 3 breaths yet again. Lift. And exhale, soften. And lift. And exhale. Sink the heels. Reach to the spine. Last one. Lift. Exhale. That right knee is going to come down. You're going to spiral. You're going to swing the heel out. You're going to stretch the leg up. And I know everybody can see my lovely backside. We're just going to be here a little bit, right? And then bring it back down. Pull the leg up underneath you and stand it up. Ooh, find that balance for a moment. Come down. Stretch the leg long. Back and lengthen it up. Nice big stretch. Reaching through that leg. Pull back underneath you. Stack it up. Hands come down. Lift the layers. Reach. Lift up out of your right shoulder, out of your right waist. Drawing it back underneath you. Almost there, guys. Last one. Hands come down. Lengthen it back. Stretch it up. We've got our toe taps. They go down and up and down and up. Stay balanced. Lift the layers of abdominals. Stand down into that right arm to pull up through the left leg. 4, 3, 2, pull it up. Last one, lift it up, pull. Pull that leg back up underneath you. Standing into your left foot, start to stretch your right leg long towards the wall behind you. Nice low lunge. Now lift the abdominals, shift the weight back. Woo, there's the hamstring stretch. Reach and lift. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Almost there. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Enjoy the stretch. Sinking that back down. Right hand comes down. Last twist. Opening it up. 3. Closing it off. Wrap the shoulder back and down. 2. Standing into the right arm. Feel your right waist. Feel your left hamstrings flex, holding that leg there. Back through center, press both legs strong and straight, and everybody's going to turn through center and fold forward towards the mat. Opening up those hamstrings. We're going to start to shift right and left, just a little bit of a lateral lunge now. Rocking right and left. Maybe you start to open the inside of your thighs, right and left. Very good, you guys. Sinking back and forth. Almost there. Let's do once more each. Last one right. And last one left. Curl back through center. And slowly start to walk your feet back up underneath you. Pedal Pedal your knees a little bit right to left if that feels good. Stretching open that low back. Slowly lift the layers of abdominals. Whew, and pour yourself back down. Little bend and extend. Whew, lift. Stretching out the low back. From here, I'm going to turn so that you can see me now. As I face towards the middle of the mat, I'm folded forward. My hands are long. And I'm going to start to fold, fold my body. Lifting the layers of abdominals. Deep knee flexion here. As I come to like squatting on the mat, I'm going to start to shift my weight back. Find my bottom and flow back to that teaser. So from here, let's again start to move through those toe taps. And lift. So can you pull the knee towards your shoulder? Almost there. 4. Last 3. Last 2. Almost there. Last 1. Lift it up and then bring it back down. I've got to walk my bottom closer to the middle of my mat as I gently start to pour all the way back down. Strong, straight arms. Let's move back to some bridge work. Feet firmly planted, reaching the arms up and back. We're start to curl. Lift those hips all the way up. We're going to go through our seesaw. Gently start to pour your spine down. Long through the low back. The hands will start to lift. Here's that forward flexion. The legs will start to lengthen. Here's that feeling of teaser. Pulling up, we're going to fold forward over our thighs and enjoy another hamstring stretch. Gently start to lift and pour yourself back. One vertebra at a time. Those knees will bend and we're going to lift up and back. Finding that bridge. Articulate through the spine. Hands float up. Legs lengthen. Lift up and over and stretch. Let's do twice more. Curl and lower it down. Bend and articulate it up. Lift and lower it down. Flex and lengthen it back out. Pull the tummy away from your quads. Find that scoop and slowly start to pour yourself all the way down. Lengthening. Last lift up through center and slowly articulate all the way down. Nice and easy. Hands are going to come behind the head. So from here, let's play with that twist again. So we're going to start to rock our body weight over towards the right, and I want you to pick yourself up onto the right side. And then you're going to start to, again, tuck, rock your body weight through center and over to the left, and pick yourself up on the left side. Whew. Just start to play with that a little bit. See what that feels like. Back and forth. Twist and lift. Slide it back through center. And again, twist and lift. Is one side easier than the other? I know one side actually stays on the mat, the other one doesn't. That might be more the location of my body. We're going to finish this last one. Stretching it out. Lifting it up. All right, everyone's going to roll to the right. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, heels are together. We move through our clam shells. Open and close, and open and close. Whew. If you work your way off the mat with these creative transitions, or you're not quite in the middle, like we've seen, go ahead and always adjust, right? Put yourself where you need to be. Last 3. Give me 2. Last 1. Good, stay lifted. Now from here, can we go ahead and lengthen both legs? It's a little bit harder. And bend it back in. And lengthen both legs. So your body's like a strong straight line. And bend it back in. So with those knees bent, you have more surface area of your body on the mat, which definitely feels a little bit more supportive, right? This is a little harder. Can we go ahead and lengthen those legs out there and stay out there? Whew. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go back to that single leg lift. Up and down and up and down. Staying balanced. And up and down. Reaching through the limbs. Drop the right shoulder away from the ear. 3. Almost there. Last 2. And 1. Go ahead and bend those knees back in. We're going to roll back through center. You're again going to see my lovely backside. Sorry, everybody. As we prop ourselves up onto the left, woo, a little harder on that side. There we go. Right leg is going to open and close, and open and close. I need to adjust for a moment. That left elbow has to come underneath my shoulder a little bit better. So I'm pulling up through my left obliques, squeezing my heels together just a little bit. Let's do 5 and 4. Give me 3. Last 2 and 1. Soften it. Both legs will kick straight. Woo, where's your balance? And then pull it back in. Reach. Whew, and pull it back in. If you could see my face, you'd know I'm smiling. Despite how I do not feel balanced on this side, I'm pulling up through those left obliques. Last 3, reaching and bend. Almost there. Last 2, reaching and bend. Almost there. Last 1, reach it. Good. Hold. Lower leg, lower the left leg, right leg lifts. Up and down, and up and down. Woo, stay balanced on the left. Very different on this side. Good. Lift through the line of your chest. Almost there. 3. Last 2 and 1. Pull those legs back underneath you and slowly start to roll yourself all the way back down. Woo, so from here, we're going to move back and forth between the right and the left side again. Legs are going to come to your tabletop position. In this time, I'd like us to lift head, neck, and chest. Let the hands come back to your thighs. And now I want you to push into the thighs. Find your scoop again as we move back to some single leg stretches. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Look, it's like that bicycle again, except this time it's big. Pushing. And 4. And 3. Last 2. Last 1. Curl the knees into your chest. Stay in this tight ball. This is what you're going to come back to each time as the legs lengthen and curl. And lengthen and curl. And lengthen and curl. Reach away from your center. Almost there. 4. Last 3. Give me 2. Last 1. Curl it in. From here, go ahead and kick the right leg up towards the ceiling. Left leg is going to lengthen long in the opposite direction. We pulse it, switching it. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. Push in the ceiling. Last 4. 3, 2, 1. Both legs kick up. I swear this one's the hardest. Hands come back behind the head. Lift a little higher. Start to lower. Where have we seen this? Lift. Start to lower. And lift. And lower. Woo! Pull it in and up. Translate those ribs back. Almost there. Almost there. We got it. Last 4. You got it. Give me 3. Last 2. And last 1. Pull it up. I'm going to keep my legs long as I move through the crisscross. Reach and twist. We're right back to our twist. We inhale and exhale. And inhale. And 4. 3. Last 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl it into a tight ball. Don't let go yet. Let it all breathe. Nice big stretch. We come back to the twisting. Hands come behind the head. Feet max distance apart. As we rock to the right, start to push through that left heel. Roll to the right side and stretch. Back through center. Letting it breathe. Let it go. Roll right to left. Stretching through the back. Wow. That elbow touches the mat so much easier this time. Right? rotating. Oh, we've got one more to the right. Tuck, 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 tuck. All the way back through center. Circle the hands along beside you. Let the pelvis feel soft as we go back to close with just a little bit of, again, hip and ab stretching. Right leg comes back onto your quad. Gently pull the quad towards you. Little stretch. Now, go ahead and open those arms out to your T and gently let the weight fall towards the left. And this time you can keep it there. I'm going to turn to look towards you. My left hand is going to grab my right foot. And I'm now going to just find a static stretch where I let it breathe. And I let it go. Trying to let go of my right hip flexor. Trying to think that just my body is soft. I have no bones, right? I'm just like a wet noodle. Gently start to curl the wheel of your pelvis towards you. Back up through center. That right foot's going to come down. Left foot's going to figure 4. Gently pull. Up through center. Twist. Ooh, a little different stretch on this side. Hand can grab the knee, the ankle, as you try to let go of the left hip. And breathe. Gently bringing yourself back up through center.